Hello, everyone. Today, we from the S&D are here to talk about a few things regarding gender and development. We are joined here today by Ms. Cristel Docoy, a teacher from our senior high school who agreed to join us in this podcast to answer a few questions about gender and development. First of all, Miss, can we have a brief introduction about yourself so that the listeners will have a background about you and how you are involved with our topic?
Okay, hi, Denise, your name, right?
Yes.
Hi, Denise. Right, sorry. So my name is Cristel Ducos. I'm a newly hired teacher here in Angelo Senior High School. So currently, I'm actually teaching personal development to grade 12 students. So when I actually received your invite about this, I was kind of hesitant to accept that because the topic is sensitive. But yeah, I'll try my best to see what I can offer to all of you guys.
Okay. So, our first question is, first of all, about GAD or Gender and Development. So, we say that it is implemented here today. So, our question is, why exactly is it implemented?
Well, basically, gender and development, it's actually a broad topic to discuss with, but the overall meaning of why we are implementing GAD in the first place is to make sure that there will be no gender that is going to experience partiality, okay, abuse. It's more on enhancement or empowerment for women and children as well. So since we are in education, basic education, including elementary and high school, this is actually the perfect ground for us to teach students and make them understand what are the basics in terms of being sensitive with your classmates, with your peers, and in the long way or in the long run, that will actually be applied with their daily lives once they graduated and be involved in the industry as well.
Oh, I see. So, in the past, there's been, in our history, there are times when men are usually more said to be in power compared to women.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes. So, right now in the present, it's not that much of a thing, right? So, the question is, do you believe that men are still more involved in decision making or as the head of state of our country and many aspects of our society, like in political empowerment, business, sports? Like, is it still here?
Well, if you're going to ask me, my personal perspective on that is, hello, we are living in the 21st century. I don't think that we are still experiencing that kind of scenario anymore. But what I can really say, being, an individual coming from not just working in education, but also had an experience in the industry, we are already very diverse. Definitely, Philippines is one of those countries that is supporting gender equality and is supporting women's rights and children. So I highly believe and I truly believe that there's no more partiality in terms of whether you are a man or you're a woman. We have all equal rights and we have all the access in terms of what industry we are going to join into. Okay, there's actually no problem if you are a woman and then you want to become a pilot or something. There's no problem if you are a man and then you are going to be a nurse or even house husband, right?
Yeah.
So that's not really a taboo nowadays.
So, not just in our country, but also in other countries, most specifically,
Yeah.
we know that some men and women still believe there's no proper equality. There are some people who are well known as sexist,
Yeah, right,
Yes.
right. That's just actually the sad truth about other countries as well. We may not be able to experience it ourselves, but for some countries, they still remain into the conventional type one.
Yes.
Even arranged marriage. That once you get married, you're only allowed to be at the home. For some of our brothers and sisters that is practicing another religion, right? So, well, I really believe that there will be changes in terms of doing that. It may not happen now, but eventually it will happen in the future because there's really a lot of awareness going around the globe about gender and development.
I see. So if it was up to you, what do you think can give both men and women an equal chance for participation and contribution to our society?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question? Sorry. Yeah.
So, in your opinion, what do you think will be like a chance or a situation where both men and women
What
will
are the
have-
chances or situation
Yes.
wherein both men and women can experience the same
can participate
opportunities?
equally?
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, actually, that's no longer a question, to be honest, because you can always participate to any events. Okay, there's no one that can have the authority to stop you in doing things that you like. Most especially for activities like even sports, right? In sports, look at Heidelin Diaz. Okay, look at her. She's actually a gold medalist in Olympics. Well, we know for a fact that there's also a lot of a team player, all boys. We also have all girls. But at the end of the day, you will have all the chances to join. All you need to do is just to step up. If you are a woman and if you're listening right now, don't limit yourself. You can do everything you can to step up. And whatever you guys are doing there, I mean, like specifically men, whatever they can do, you can also do it as well. Because we have equal rights in this society.
Okay, so we've been talking about gender and equality mostly for men and women, right? So,
Yeah.
apart from that, do you think the LGBT plus community is part of the GAD implementation?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so going on that topic, generally, well, they are actually included, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, biologically, yes, definitely. But as we are actually opening our insights about the update on our society, LGBTQ plus is also included, definitely. We cannot actually miss them. Okay, they are important and they are welcome. They are part of us. Okay, whether we like it or not, they are actually, involved in this matter. We are all involved. If you are a child, if you are a woman, if you're an old woman, an old man, if you are a gay, lesbian, whatever your preference is, whatever your gender preference is, that's not an issue. Okay, so everybody is welcome rather, and everybody should be able to have this chance in making sure that you are actually exercising your rights.
So, since you're an educator here in our school and you teach about personal and development, and there's no subject for GAD, right?
Yeah.
So, do you think
It's incorporated.
it's a good idea if we implement that students also study about gender and development here?
That would be nice if it will be included in the curriculum, but I guess the personal development subject is already enough to incorporate the gender and development topic, because personal development is actually talking about the holistic approach in developing human being. I mean, your human personality, right? So it's going to be developing your personality spiritually, okay, physiologically. It will also touch the topics about gender preference. So I believe the subject that we have right now is already sufficient, and even values like, let's say, for example, before we do have values education subjects, right?
Yes.
The GMRC. And it's not actually, I believe it's no longer being taught right now,
Yes.
the GMRC, right? But still, teachers are the second parents, and we are responsible to make sure that our students is, not educated enough. We have actually giving insights and inputs to them about values, because at the end of the day, it will always be values. That's the bottom line. Okay, you cannot abuse someone if you know your rights and their rights. Okay, you cannot bully someone if you know how it feels to be bullied. Okay, no one wants to experience being abused. So it should always be equal, and all students should be able to experience equality and chances as well for education access.
Okay, so thank you for your enlightening responses, ma'am.
Oh,
Yeah.
I really hope this is, something that you can be used of. And though I'm not really an expert in terms of gender and development subject or conducting seminars about such, but yeah, I really believe that this interview is really soothing and also going to help maybe one of our listeners here.
Yes. So the reason why we asked you here is because we would also like everyone to know about not just experts' opinion, but also even
Yeah, yeah, the commoners.
yeah, commoners.
The commoners' perspective or
Yes.
point of view. Okay.
So thank you again, ma'am.
Thanks, Denise.